Alright, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the basement. Episode 10 or 11. I am the bass man, Deacon Cassidy, and I want to say thank you to all the basement listeners, man in the basement listeners, the basement buddies, I'll call you. If you think of something better, let me know. But, yeah, that's actually a good intro into this episode. It's about friends and fake friends, and I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to be more clarified. Just dropped my pen, great. But I noticed a trend. It's been going on for about maybe longer, 10, 15 years. It never used to bother me at first, but now it's become a real problem. And it's predominantly people in their middle ages, 30s, 40s, stuff like that. I saw it in Massachusetts when I was living in Massachusetts. And out here in California, it is just obnoxious. And it is these roaming gangs. No, I'm not talking about the Bloods. I'm not talking about the Crips. I'm not talking about MS-13 or anything. It's predominantly white people in their middle ages riding bicycles. And you may say, basement, Deacon, that seems a little trivial. I mean, they're not bothering anyone. Now, if you're out there, you're on the other side of the world, maybe yeah, maybe not. But you're trying to get to work in California, and you get 40 of these assholes in front of you blocking 2 lanes of traffic, doing about 20 miles an hour, you'll understand what I mean. And they're so pretentious, they're so entitled, that if you do try to pass them, they'll cut you off. It's like they want you to hit them. They want them. It's no different from a gang. Like they have call signs, you know, to signal each other. I'll tell you a story I got into with this guy the other day. He's full dressed. He's rocking the colors. He's flying the gang signs. Nice bike, I guess, helmet, all the gadgets in the world. And again, like I said, he's in the middle of the lane. I'm trying to get to a paying gig. So I don't want to be late. I go to get around him. He swerves in front of me. Finally, we get to a red light, and I have my passenger side window down. He goes, "Effing asshole." And I said, "What'd you say?" And I yell at him, and he goes, and he just like shakes it off. So I pop the car door. Now this is something, road rage is big out here in California. This wasn't road rage. This was just like, if you want to, you called me this. Now you want to go. You want to take on Deacon. You want to take on the basement. All right, let's do it. So he immediately recants. He even thought about cutting the light. And I was like, what, now I'm out of the car. What do you want? I was stopped. I don't care. Now I'm late for the job anyway. Might as well go in with a black eye and a bloody nose. I don't care. You're in great shape, right? You're on the bike. I'm in the car, right? You should be able to whoop me. Dude wanted none of it. And he's like, the law is... Once somebody goes to the law, you could whoop their ass. Well, once somebody turns to, well, the law is, you're dealing with a pussy. And he said, and I go, I didn't try, like, you know, I got a deep voice. I didn't try to hurt you. I didn't try to kill you. You know, and he's like, yeah, I understand. I shouldn't have said that. Blah, I took it all back. And then immediately, as soon as I got back to the car, he hangs up right at the light. He didn't want to stay on the main road. Because that's the thing. They don't expect you to react. They don't expect you. They think, because they've gotten away with it for so long. Then you got someone in the basement with nothing to lose. You can take all my basement, nothing to lose. That's when they're like, oh man, I better check my Speedo, better check my spandex. And it's so obnoxious. And like I said, if you have a comment on the trend, I think it's been about 15 years, I want to say. Like I said, I saw it in Massachusetts, but it wasn't as prevalent. Because they ride in packs out here. And it's like, I understand your need for friends, but you can't do it on your personality. You can't do it on your merit. So you go online, you find bikeclubnearme.com or something. You go out, you buy like a $6,000 bike, you show up at spot X at a certain time, and bam, you got 40 friends. And they're all the same prototype. There's no personality. There's no, like, anyone. They all probably do, they all work in finance or IT or something like that. There's no, like, comedian, bartender. You know, maybe there's a few failed actors that are now real estate agents. That's a joke that California people get. There's so many real estate agents out here that you can tell. There's a show about it. What's it called? Selling Sunset. They're all failed, like, porn stars or models or whatever, and then they get into real estate thinking that they can sell houses based on their looks. But anyway, these losers, they have no friends. They moved to Los Angeles. They couldn't hack it. Now they're in, like, some stupid business. And they just write. And the funny thing is, when I first started seeing this trend, I was like, when I was a kid, if you saw a grown man on a bicycle, you didn't laugh at him, you didn't mock him, because that could be you one day, because you know that guy has like 5 DUIs, and his license is suspended. So, grown man on a bike, yeah, that was probably my friend's dad. And he wasn't doing it for fitness or cardio or anything. He was just doing it to get to work because the state would not allow him to operate a motor vehicle due to intoxication. So when I see these packs, you know, first I get mad, but then I start laughing because there's gotta be one guy in that group that has a couple DUIs and he's just trying to pass it off like he's this eco-conscious, friendly, health like nut. But meanwhile, and he's better than you. That's the other thing too. They all think they're better than you, which drives me mad because you get 50 people in a room talking about how cool. It's like if you've ever been in a room with somebody on cocaine and they're just talking about how great the other person is on cocaine, blah 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 blah. You're great. No, you're great. No, you're great. That's cocaine. So these people are basically coke addicts on bicycles, just telling each other how great they are. Have you ever seen them too? This is a great rant. Have you ever seen them too after they complete their 20-mile, 15-mile route or whatever? They'll go to like some gastro pub or even try to be cool. They try to like hit like a slum bar, and it's like me and like my miserable friends just sitting there just trying to like, you know, get over the day. And they come in their tights and they're like spandex, and they like order like a beer because I'm bad, you know. I just biked all this way, but I need a beer. And it's like, you're a fish out of water. But they don't mingle with anyone because they can't. They have to stay in this little secluded group because they have no social skills outside of talking about the event you just did. It's pathetic. Or work, or maybe they brag about kids. I don't know. They've never mingled with me, and surely on the road, they don't respect me. They don't like me. And that's the other thing too. I didn't start this beef. You started it. This is your doing. You got together with your little group, you started your little gang, and instead of like trying to take over a block or something, you try to take over the road. And it's just awful. And the other one too, and I'll touch on this and I'll wrap it up, because my blood pressure, I can tell, is spiking, is the running group. The running group is even worse. Now, it's same mindset, same mentality. We're better than you. We're doing this for health. This is all we have. This is my family now, you know? But the difference between the biker and the running group is the running group heeds no laws. They will run when it says don't walk, and they always do it at night. And let me know about your city, your state. California, out here where I live, the streets are really dark. So if you're driving home and the sun is down, and like Massachusetts had a lot of street lights, it was actually pretty well illuminated. Los Angeles, where I live, whatever, not many streetlights, not very illuminated at all. So some of these signs, you almost hit some of these MFers, because you're not expecting to see, and they wear all black, they don't wear like reflective clothing and anything, and they flip you off and everything, and it's just like, wow. Yeah, we do have a gang problem out here, and it's middle-aged suburbanites who think they own everything. So yeah, that's the rant for today. There's a lot going on in the world. I know people want me to cover Trump. I've been getting asked about Trump. You already know how I feel about that sham of a court case. If you want me to go deeper in it, I'll go deeper in it. It's just everybody's covering that. So I just thought I'd add some levity today. Something we can all relate to hate. That's a good line. Relate to hate for the basement buddies. So if you're like me, you're in a basement on a Saturday night, odds are you probably don't have too many friends, or you just can't afford to go out. But, maybe start a YouTube channel. Maybe hang out in the basement. Come to the basement. We have drinks here, obviously. But, yeah, that's the show for today. Again, thank you always. Oh, I got to plug my thing. So if you want to hit me up, it's Deacon Cassidy 00013 @gmail.com. Hit me up, comments, questions, suggestions. You know the deal. All right, basement buddies, I'm out. Till next time, stay safe. Peace.